Morning. It is day 131 since I left the Mexican border, or Campo. I'm in Oregon. Around mile maybe like 1925 or something. Actually maybe even further than that. Maybe 1930 something. I know that tomorrow, if I was to do two big days, a big day today and a big day tomorrow, so when I say big, I mean like a 30-mile day each day, I could be into the town of Sisters, which I believe is just past the 2,000-mile mark. So maybe about 1940, maybe. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do. When I said I had a look at what was coming up today, last night, it looked like there's a place called Elk Lake Resort, which is about a 28-mile day, and it looks like a reasonable place to pull in and maybe camp for the night, get a meal, get some water, and then head out in the morning. So that'll leave me with about a 34-mile day, which I just don't see it happening. My body is not loving big days. It's always one thing after another now. So now that the old itchy butt is seemingly well and truly under control and ball chafe is gone, and the original foot problem I had 1,000 miles ago seems to have gone. The burning and sharp stabbing pain in the balls of my feet has sort of softened off. The numbness and tingling in my toes has, it's under control. It's still there, but it's not causing problems. I seem to be managing it. I now developed yesterday a bit of a shin splint in my right shin out of nowhere. It's still there today. It's mild. It's not too bad, but we'll see how it feels in another 26 miles. It's always one thing or another these days, it seems. So I'm not sure how that will play out, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll probably do the 28-ish today, do something similar tomorrow, and then just have a few miles into Sisters the next morning, where I will, I'll see. I'm not sure how much time I'll take there. I'll figure it out. There's not a great deal of urgency at the moment. There are some fires in Washington, and it's also become apparent that I have probably about 2 weeks up my sleeve at this point to still make it out of the top end of this trail, the Canadian border. It's nice and cool this morning. Just this little patch I just walked into now, this burn area, which must be, given the growth that's coming through, must be a burn area from probably maybe the year before last. It just dropped about 10 degrees walking out into this from the tree cover. But I was going to say, today's going to be a lake day. When I looked last night, I lost count of how many lakes I was going to be going past. So maybe today we'll keep a count. I think there's at least 10. So hopefully it's a beautifully scenic day, but there's a good chance it's going to be a mosquito-filled nightmare day. They were pretty aggressive at the lake that I camped at last night, despite the fact that all the comments on that lake said the mosquitoes weren't too bad, which doesn't bode too well for the upcoming lakes where all the comments said the mosquitoes were a nightmare. So we'll see. Everything's always different every day. Conditions change. It's looking at getting warm too. I think today's Monday. I think as of tomorrow in Sisters and Bend area, they're looking at 105 degrees or something. So looking at 38, 39, 40-ish degrees Celsius. So might not be a bad day or two if I'm to do a Nero in and a Nero out, or maybe even have a zero. I'm not sure. Have to wait and see how I feel. But it looks like my nice, cool hiking weather is going to come to an end for a little while, probably until summer's over. For now I'm going to wrap this up and we'll play a game of counting how many lakes we go past, and not just swampy little ponds, because there's already been a couple swampy little ponds, but we won't count those. I guess this is a burn area, but nothing's actually burnt. All the trees are dead. Well, all the old ones are. And you can see them all lying on the ground as fuel for a forest fire. But none of the trees are actually burnt. Everything's not burnt. Very strange. It's also going to be a very nice sunrise soon. It's just about 6:15. 20 past 6. Look at that. All these trees. It's crazy. Slight bit of confusion. Town of Sisters is 55 miles from where I am now, which is where I expected based on what I looked at last night. But I'm only at mile 1928, 1929 at the moment. So that didn't quite add up. And I realised there's actually two ways into Sisters. And the way I was looking at up around 2000 mark is actually 70 miles from where I am, not the mile marker that is listed for the town. So fortunately, that's not a problem, because it seems the shorter the distance between towns, the more food I carry. So I actually left Shelter Cove with about four and a bit days of food, because I couldn't bring myself to throw out or donate the extra, because I knew I'd eat it sooner or later. So fortunately, I actually have enough food to do what will be today, tomorrow, and a decent chunk of miles on the day after to hit that 2,000 mile mark before I head into town. Because I think I want that. I think I like the idea of hitting 2,000 miles before I head into town, leaving just 650 to go. So that was a bit weird, but yeah, I'm around my mile 1930, still walking through this old burn area. And yeah, just 70 miles to go till Lake Sisters. So here is one of the many lakes that I was supposed to be counting today, but I haven't counted any of them, so, oops.